Viewer discretion is advised. The period of European history between the 5th and 14th centuries is known as the Dark Ages for a reason. It's an era rife with political rivalries, religious intrigues, and cruel devices used to extract information and cause pain. Among the most notorious devices said to hail from the Dark Ages, none captures the imagination more than the infamous Iron Maiden. A metal casket towering nearly 7 feet tall, its exterior features a woman's face, one allegedly inspired by the Virgin Mary. And when it's opened, there's an unholy surprise. There would be 20 strategically placed spikes meant to impale the body in such a way that it wouldn't kill the human inside, only prolong their agony. These spikes would stab into places that were very painful but not particularly deadly, causing blockage of the blood flow, making the victim bleed and ooze around the wounds, prolonging their suffering. But as sadistic as this device is, there's another that's even more feared, one intended to inflict both terror and pain. Known as the rack, the mere sight of it often elicits a confession. Bones popping, joints ripping, tendons coming undone, individuals who survive the rack never walk the same way again. The rack is an elevated wooden frame with spokes. A victim's ankles and wrists are attached with ropes. Poles are inserted into sockets and, when pulled, turn the axles, slowly tearing the victim apart. The popping sounds of joints and cartilage dislocating, muscles ripping and tendons snapping are horrifying. Many of these devices are complex in their cruelty, but one is wickedly simple: the thumb screws. Aptly named, their goal is to mangle the hand by putting it in a vise and using screws to apply pressure to the thumb joints, both smashing and pulling them away from the rest of the hand, causing immense pain and potentially breaking bones. The mangling of hands makes it very difficult to work, especially in a largely agricultural society. Thumb screws were used to elicit information because they hurt so much. Their excruciating and portable nature made them popular far and wide, from witch trials to slave ship uprisings. But in the long history of torture devices, perhaps none is more diabolical than one designed not to crush, tear, or pierce, but to roast. One of the most sadistic devices to come out of the ancient world was from the 6th century BCE in Sicily, known as the Brazen Bull, also called the Bull of Perillus, named after the tyrant of Sicily. The bull was invented by a man named Perillus, who wanted to create a device meant to torture and kill people in a symbolic way, placing them into a large, hollow bronze bull where a fire would be lit underneath. The Brazen Bull is essentially a pressure cooker. Inside, there is an enclosed cavity of air that, as it heats, cooks the people inside alive. It's estimated a person could survive for up to 20 excruciating minutes. The bull is also almost entirely soundproof except for 2 holes drilled into the nose. This is where the device becomes even more diabolical. It was specifically designed so that the screams of the person would sound almost musical rather than horrific, transforming anguished screams into sounds made by brass or wind instruments. In a sick twist of fate, its first victim was the man who invented it. Perillus invited Perillus to climb inside the bull to demonstrate its workings. Perillus, proud of his creation, complied, only to be trapped inside and subjected to his own device as Perillus had a fire lit underneath. The death of Perillus is a standard trope in Greek tragedy, where the sociopath who creates something horrible becomes destroyed by it. The Dark Ages and beyond have shown humanity's capacity for cruelty, leaving us with devices that still haunt our imaginations today. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more historical deep dives. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.